Mm, wow. I wonder if I did the audio today. It is the last day of 2024, and I can't help but think about all the things that happened this year, good and bad. Um, so many amazing shoots. I did feel a little fear creeping in because coming into this new year, I won't have the same community that I had last year. Um, Nevertheless, I know me and I know what I'm capable of, and I know that with or without the community, um, I will be successful and I will be able to do more because I will be honest with myself, true to myself, and um, not slowing myself down. I learned a lot. Of course, I learned a lot. I learned so much. Um, but I stayed in situations longer because I was attached to those people, and I knew that when I fulfilled my purpose, when I spoke up, um, that that would be the end of things. And so, um, this year, well, this coming year, um, I'm embracing grief. I'm embracing releasing. I'm embracing seasons, having seasons with people. I'm embracing seasons with myself. Um, that's another thing that I learned this year was that there are times when, um, I'm consistently getting things done and I'm on a good groove and all the things. And then there are times where that slips. And it needs to slip for whatever reason. Maybe I'm doing homework, maybe the kids need me, whatever the case may be. There's always a reason behind it. And that is okay. The reason why I have an issue with it is because of the adjustment, but outside of that, it's okay. It's a part of life. It's the flexibility needs to be encouraged heavily. And sometimes you get really hard on yourself because you're thinking that you're slacking off, you're being lazy. Now, is there more that you can be doing? Yes, 100%. 100%. There is so much more you could be doing. Um, so much more. Um, and so now that I feel like you're more steady and grounded, um, I know we're gonna do so many amazing things. Um, and not to say you haven't, because honey, you have. Like just looking back, not just looking at the photo shoots, but looking back at the lessons, looking back at the videos, the behind the scenes, the connections you've made, looking back at all the hard work um, you've poured into. Um, it was a great year. Um, Definitely an upgrade from the year before, and everything you suffered for your whole life, your whole adult life. I believe this year is going to make it worth it. Everything will be fulfilled in this year. Maybe not everything. That's a lot of weight to put on a year, but um, I do feel like you learned so many lessons and you're tapping into so many of your gifts um, that things are going to start to be fulfilled and coming to pass this year. Um, and so I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see your growth. Um, I'm excited to see the changes. I'm excited to see the impact that it has on the family. Um, I'm glad that you are being more open and aware about your mental illness because it's also opening your eyes to some of the areas where you limit yourself. Um, and so I'm glad that those conversations are happening because now you're able to see that you have to push through and you cannot allow, oh my goodness, it's another thing. You cannot allow them. And when I say them, I mean all the people who played a role in your trauma. You cannot allow them to keep you from your dreams. You cannot allow them to keep you from providing your kids with the life that they deserve. You cannot allow them to win. And all of these um, challenges and roadblocks that come your way have came your way because your mind and body needed to cope with the things that were happening to you. But here you are outside on the other side. You're on the other side of things. You have support. You support yourself. You love yourself. You know what your skills are. You know what your purpose is. You know what you can do. And it's time to continue to walk in that. And don't let these illnesses get to you. Yes, you have them. Yes, they're hard to deal with, but you have been dealing with them. You have been dealing with them. And look how far you've gotten with dealing with them. My goodness, you're amazing. So don't let them hold you. Rest, take care of yourself, take your supplements, eat right, drink your water, stay hydrated, take breaks. Take breaks. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for you is to take breaks and more nutrition. So more rest breaks, rest, nutrition, um, getting back to your workout routine. You're on that cycle right now. Um, those things are going to help you stay grounded. They're going to help you stay grounded. Um, and they're going to help you to not slow down because the other reality is you will have some alone time and some time that's just for you, but the other reality is a lot of the stuff that you will be doing to take care of you is also content which also benefits you, but also it benefits others who are going through similar things, who feel like they can't keep going or they want to pursue dreams that they feel like they can't achieve because of time or being a parent or being a woman or whatever the case may be. Um, and so it's great. It's great that you're able to do those things and you're able to be an example and share that with people. Um, and it allows you to create a community for you and for others to be safe, to lift each other up, to push each other. Um, and so I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for you. I love you. And I love that in this year you have learned to accept all of you. You've learned to love you and trust you. And I want to build on that trust. I want to make it stronger. I want to make it stronger, but ultimately it's there. Um, unleashed and elevated. Wow. It's here. It's been here, but it's like, it's crazy because it's like after your birthday, it's like you kind of had to slow down for some hibernation for you to really bring in this year as unleashed and elevated. And I'm just loving your mindset. I'm loving the way you're moving. Um, I'm loving the way things are working in your mind. I'm loving the way you are releasing people. The releasing. Um, some people will try to come back in your life, and some people um, will try to passively be in your life when they can be in your life full fledged, but they're choosing not to. And it's up to you to decide what you're going to tolerate and what you're worth. The reality is they lost their time, they lost their chance, they lost their opportunity. And you have to decide if in this new season you want to invite them back or you want to give them a new title or if you want to leave them where they are outside of you, outside of what you're building. That's the reality. Um, that's the reality. And I believe that if it's easy for them to walk out, and it may not be easy, it may appear easy or seem easy, I feel like they need to stay where they're at. I do. Um, I feel like you're moving forward in such a way, um, and you are growing, and um, I feel like I don't know. I don't think that, oh, how do I say this? It's not even functioning. Like, is it because I just woke up, honey? But the reality is, I don't want to say they don't deserve you because that's not the thing. The thing is, I don't want to spend time wasting energy connecting with people who could have been right here. People who, if things would have went, if there was effective communication, if there was um, empathy, if there was understanding, if there was um, I don't know, just a sense of a mutual, standing up, a mutual sense of care, a mutual sense of priority with one another. I feel like if that was there, then they would still be here and we would still be elevating together. And so I my thing is what has changed? What's changed? How will we elevate moving forward? What has changed? Mm. And my thing is, if there there is no change, what's the point, right? I don't see the point. Um, and I'm always going to support people and love on people, and I'm okay with acquaintances, but close friends, I don't see the point. I don't. Um, and that's the reality. And I am proud of myself for coming to that because it's hard. It's been hard. It's hard for me to let go. It's hard for me to release people. It's hard for me to release their feelings because I'm also not only feeling my feelings, but theirs as well. Um, but shit, I forgot that I had to hold this closer to my mouth. But I'm just, I'm grateful that I've came to this because it it doesn't make it easier to let people go, but I actually let people go because before I wasn't. Before I was still hanging on to them and I was torturing myself and I was holding myself back because the longer I'm holding on to them, they're standing in the place of someone who can actually be there for me and rock with me and stand up for me. And um and I've done it. I've let go of people um to give the space to people who weren't even solid. And I didn't know they weren't solid. Um there was no signs in some situations that they weren't solid, or maybe I was blinded by desire, by desire, by the desire of being seen, the desire of being um, time, having time and space with another human being outside of myself and my children. Um, just desire, being desired, being wanted, being um, loved in some way. Um, but it's it's no longer worth it. In my mind, it was worth it. It's no longer worth it. It's no longer worth it because it's not so much just because it's not lasting, because like I said, everything has a season. It's more so not worth it because I don't gain anything. I don't gain anything. Um, and I can silver line it and say I gained a lesson. But in some of those situations, it wasn't even a lesson that I needed to gain. It was one that I just kind of had to look for just so I can accept and move on. Um, so I I'm not um, I'm releasing. I am, and I feel good about it. Um, I feel great. I feel like I'm not waiting around. Um, I'm not waiting for the attention that I deserved up front. I'm not waiting for the connections that I deserved up front. Um, I'm focused on me and my mental health, and I'm aware that I can um, do that and connect with others um, because that's how life is. My mental health is always going to be there. My children are always going to be there, and my schooling is going to be here for a while and my business is always going to be here. So I'm well aware that I can make things work with a person, but I feel like, and I don't like saying the right person, so we're not going to say the right person, but I feel like it needs to be with someone who values my time, who values my talent, who values my energy, who values it in a way that they're careful with it, that they respect it. And so that's where I'm at. It feels good. Um, I'm grateful for the feeling, and I'm grateful for connecting with myself and having the realization. Um, it's good. It's really good. Oh, it's really good. I feel better. I do. And man, I gotta release. Um, I gotta release some more. Grieve some more thoughts. Um, grieve some more outcomes that I expected. Um, maybe write them out and release them. Um, and like I said, I can't predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen or um, what won't, but I can analyze the actions and how long the actions have been going on and decide that I'm not going to wait for others to change and decide whether their lack of change is going to determine if they're going to stay in my life or they're going to be released. Um, and I, the reality is, I know the answer, and a lot of times I know the answer. I'm just not ready for what happens after. Um, because usually, in my case, the answer is to release, and I don't be ready. But like I said, I feel like I'm more ready. I've been more ready lately. Um, because I know that every time I release someone, I gain a piece of myself, and I'm one step closer to gaining those people who are going to have lasting seasons in my life. And those people whose seasons in my life are only going to elevate. They're going to get better. Um, they're going to start sticking with me in more seasons, um, and they're going to gain more titles um, and get to meet more parts of me. Um, and so um, that does drive me um, a lot because I spent a lot of time shrinking myself so that I can keep the wrong people. And I've gotten a taste this year of um, what who my people are and how it feels to be surrounded by them. And I want to keep experiencing it, and I won't do that if I keep holding on to people who don't belong. And so, as much as I love and support some of these people, and I want to see them shine, and I want to be a part of their shine, as much as I want that, I have to release them because their season is gone. It's gone, and I can still love on them from afar and send them positive energy and prayers and all the things. I just can't be directly there. I can't. It no longer serves me. No longer serves me. Um, but I feel good. Yes, feel good.